But cutting through all of that, I think I'm right in saying back in 2005, you had thought that climate change wasn't man-made. Is that still your current position?
It's not quite true. The IPCC was set up, remember, not to look at climate change in the round. It was set up to examine the specific topic of the influence of human-related greenhouse gases on global warming. And that's what they do. They don't look at climate change in the round. Now, there's an alternative group called the NIPCC, which does look at climate change in the round. The IPCC looks for evidence to support their hypothesis, which is indeed that human emissions are dangerous and are having an effect on climate. The NIPCC tests the null hypothesis, the simplest hypothesis, which is the change we see around us, and we do every day in the weather, in the climate, and in animals and plants, is due to natural variability until you can show otherwise. And this NIPCC report was released last week, and it's the report that has to be looked at with the IPCC report to confer some balance on the discussion.
OK, well, let's just put those points to Dr. Richard Allen now, who, as I said, is in our Exeter studio. What would you say to Professor Carter's points there?
Well, I don't agree with Professor Carter in that the IPCC is actually looking both at natural climate variability and man-made climate variability. The two are happening in conjunction. Separating out the two is part of the IPCC job, and what it's shown using observations and physics, which goes into the simulations, is that the climate is changing, and humans are a very large part of that in the last 50 years or so.
How do you explain the pause that we've seen in terms of surface temperatures over the last, 10, 15 years?
Well, simulations of climate that are used to make projections, they also contain pauses in their simulations. They're not designed to predict exactly when they'll happen, but